What is up guys, Flashfire here, and today I'm bringing you the Week 6 battle for the PFC. This is the Hampshire Hawluchas versus the Maple Nuzleafs, or Tyger. His channel link will be down in the description if you guys want to go and check out his side of the battle and all of that good stuff. But I've got a little bit of admin to go before we get into the battle. So you guys will have noticed there was no PFC upload last week, as there were no uploads at all last week because my PC was broken. So unfortunately we did have to forfeit last week's match because we were unable to play it, which puts us at 3-2. Now, in this position, we are still in a good place to reach the playoffs and all this kind of stuff, so it's not too much of an issue. I believe we have 2 games left in the season, including this one, so if we win both of those, I think we'll guarantee the playoff slot. So that's the plan. But yeah, so Tyger is doing pretty well. Going into this battle, I believe he is 4-1, so his draft is doing pretty well at the moment. Now, I did analyze his playstyle. I found that he likes to be very, very offensive. He likes to bring a lot of Scarfers. So when I saw this team matchup, I was fully expecting to see Scarf Medicham, Scarf Sigalith, and Scarf Thunderous. That was absolutely what I was expecting going into this match, along with probably Shell Smash Cloyster, defensive Ferrothorn, and defensive Gliscor. That was what I was expecting to see in this matchup. So the way that I prepared for that was I brought Bullet Punch on Sizzle, I brought Extreme Speed on Arcanine, I brought Scarf Rotom, because all of these things will deal well with my opponent's team. And then the other stuff we have on here, we have the Mega Latios right there that's just got 3 attacking moves and Roost. I believe it was Psychic, Ice Beam, and HP Fire, just for some damage. We're running enough speed to outspeed Unscarfed Thunderous, but I fully expect it to be Scarfed, like I said. Then we, as I said, have Scarf Rotom Mow because it outspeeds the Medicham if it's Adamant. Or no, I believe it just outspeeds the Medicham. So that's something that's pretty good. We have Extreme Speed on there, does 50% to the Medicham. I'm quite worried about the Medicham in this matchup because it does OHKO or 2-hit KO my entire team, so I do need to be wary of that. Extreme Speed 2-hit KOs it, which is great. Extreme Speed also does a really nice amount of damage to the Thunderous, and I believe the Sigalith, so that's awesome. Lantern is there because it walls the Thunderous completely, which is fantastic. It also does really, really well against the Sigalith, and I guess it can take hits from the Cloyster and kill it because Cloyster has like 3 special defense, so that's great. X-Blight is on here because it OHKOs his entire draft and it's fantastic and I love it. And then we have Sizzle right there for a little bit of extra priority and just some nice coverage. So we're just going to play the tape and see how we go. So I'm going to lead off with the Lati because I don't see any reason not to. If he were to lead off with the only bad lead matchup for me here is the Cloyster. And pretty much anything else I'm really, really happy with. So we're going to lead off with the Lati. We're just going to go for an HP Fire. It's the safe play. 2-hit KO is the Ferrothorn, real nice. He can, I believe, 2-hit KO with Gyrable, but obviously we outspeed. Now he goes for a knockoff right here. Maybe he forgot I was Mega. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Gyrable would have done more. But anyway, we're just going to go for another HP Fire here because I calced it. Ice Beam didn't necessarily kill. Psychic wouldn't kill. So HP Fire was the safest play. We still do a really huge chunk to this guy right here. And obviously I'm fearing the Ice Shard right here. We could stay in and get damage on him, but then he revenge kills me really easily with one of the 3 Scarfers that I'm pretty sure he has. So I choose to switch out here into the Sizzle because I know I can take any hit from this guy. And now here I did very much consider hard switching away from the Ferrothorn, but I realized that pretty much a U-turn kills the Ferrothorn, a U-turn will kill this. And if I were to hard switch and he stayed in, it would be really, really bad for me. So I do, in fact, stay in here and just go for a U-turn as he Ice Shards me. Well, no, that was last time. I just stay in and go for a U-turn here. As it will take out the Ferrothorn and Banded Sizzle. So that's a good time. We do take a bunch of damage right there, which is unfortunate, but it doesn't actually make that much difference that we took that damage in the end. So that's cool. So we come out to Rotom right here because I figured I could Volt Switch off of any one thing, but I completely forgot that Thunderous gets Volt Absorb, so that was kind of annoying. We are going to pull a hard switch into the Lantern right here as he shows some pro prep and goes for the U-turn right there. I didn't even know Thunderous got U-turn, so that's pretty cool. I like that. I respect that a lot. Right here, I realized that Medicham kills something. It 2-hit KOs the Lati from this range, it KOs everything else on my team. So I decided that it was time to let Sizzle go. It doesn't really do much against my opponent's draft, or my opponent's team, sorry, other than Bullet Punch the Cloyster. So we just let Sizzle go down right here, and what I did was I went into the Rotom because I know I outspeed him. And if I go for a Leaf Storm, it has a chance to KO, even if it doesn't KO. Oh no, wait, hold on. It does like 80 to 97 or something, so it never KOs, but the point is that it puts him in range of Extreme Speed, and that would mean that I would only lose 1 Mon to Medicham. It was going to be fine. Unfortunately, I missed the Leaf Storm. Now, this is freaking huge, because what it means is he can high jump kick my Rotom, take it out, which was going to happen anyway, but if I hadn't missed the Leaf Storm, I could have just picked him off with an Extreme Speed right here. It wouldn't have been a problem. As it happens, I have to go for another Extreme Speed here. I should point out I'm Flashfire because I know that he has a Typhlosion on his draft, and that spooked me. If I'd had Intimidate, it would have been a different story. I would have had a pretty good chance to live, I'm pretty sure. But we have to Extreme Speed here. We have to let Arcanine go down. Now, in the situation where the Leaf Storm lands, we keep the Arcanine for the rest of the game, and it actually puts in so much work. And I'm so upset that we missed that Leaf Storm, because Leaf Storm's 90% accurate, High Jump Kick's 90% accurate, he landed all of his, I missed my only one! My only one! That miss matters so freaking much, and I'm so upset about it. So, he's going to take out my Arcanine, and that shouldn't be happening. And then, he's going to get another High Jump Kick off. It's not going to kill me, but it's going to put me really, really low, to the point where I'm not going to be able to recover the Latios enough during the rest of the match for it to do more work. So, he's going to bring in the Cloyster right here, and obviously the Ice Shard is pretty blatant. So we're just going to switch right out into the X-Cloud right here, and we're just going to fire off a Boom Burst. I wasn't sure if I outsped. I was kind of just mad at this point. Like, the safer play for me would have been the Lantern, but if he'd Rock Blasted, Lantern would have got fucked real hard. So I decided to just go into X-Cloud, like, fuck it, it doesn't outspeed anything else anyway. So we just go for a Boom Burst right here. We take out the Cloyster. Now, it turns out that my opponent is, I worked this out from calcs after the match. So my opponent, this Sigilif, is Choice Scarfed and Modest. Now, what that means is, he doesn't have a chance to kill me from this range. I think he does like 73 or 74 max. As it turns out, he gets a crit and kills my X-Cloud. So, instead of killing the Siglip and living on a tiny amount of HP, the X-Cloud dies, which is awesome. Ha! So right here, I'm going to go into my Lantern, I'm going to Ice Beam, and it's going to do a really good chunk to this Gliscor. Now, I figured that here, he would either want to Roost or Earthquake, so I pull a double into, well, I don't pull a double, I just switch into my Latios, and he actually predicts that and pulls a double into the Sigilif, which shouldn't be alive. Just going to put that out there, it should be dead. And obviously I'm forced to switch out as he goes for the Shadow Ball, and it's going to do not a lot to Lantern, and I can just Ice Beam. It's a 3-hit KO, good stuff, but what that means is, basically it puts Lantern in range of Earthquake, and I'm really sad about it. Basically what it comes down to is, if we still had Arcanine, it'd be in a fantastic position. If the Sigilif was dead and we still had Arcanine, we'd be in just the best shape, but unfortunately, due to stuff outside of my control, some lovely RNG, we don't have. It's just not as it should be. So I could have switched into Latios right there, but if he'd gone for anything other than Earthquake, like if he had knockoff or anything like that, then I just straight up lost. So I made my safer play and stayed in. Unfortunately, he did just go for the Earthquake, and that's going to mean that I lose this game. He does end up having X-Scissor on this guy, so we're going to Roost is going to do about 40%, and I calced it. I was, again, fully expecting the Thunderous to be Scarfed, which it turns out it is. Spoilers. And I worked out that HP Ice does about 70%, and X-Scissor, as you'll see right now, does about 40%. So there's no way that I can Roost and then kill this guy to the point where I live a hit from the Thunderous the next turn. So I just decided to go for an Ice Beam right here, and then if he is Scarf, I lose guaranteed. If he's not, I have a 50% chance to Oko. Unfortunately, like I said, he is Scarf. He did bring the 3 Scarf as I was expecting him to bring. He's going to use a Dark Pulse to take me out right there. So, unfortunately, due to missing Leaf Storm, giving crit with a Psychic, I'm not saying he wouldn't have won otherwise, but, like, without those hacks, I was in so much of a better position. And none of the hacks went my way, and I'm very upset about that, because it's going to mean we're 3-3. I would very much have liked to have come out of this 4-2, but unfortunately, it wasn't to be. So, due to hacks, unfortunately, we're going to end this match with a loss, and I am thoroughly upset about that. Having said that, Tyger played very well. I think this was a fun match to play up until the point where I missed the goddamn Leaf Storm. But this was a very close match, regardless of hacks. believe it would have been much more entertaining if I... But whatever, I'm going to shut up about it. Hopefully we can pull it back next week and not end the season on a loss. I do believe next week's the last week, or I could be wrong. There could be a 1 week after it. But hopefully we're gonna take away a win, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week for the maybe final battle of the season.